like he was a little surprised that Conavai hadn't gotten more involved in the passing game. And from what you've seen, what do you explain for his lack of production so far?
Yeah, nothing on him. I mean, he's done everything we've asked. He gets out on that field. He plays hard. He's running good routes. It's just sometimes the read doesn't go to him, or Adrian throws it somewhere else. But we've got to get him more in the mix. We've got to get balls to him. We've got to get him touches. He's a great route runner. He's going to be where he's supposed to be. So we got to find ways to get the ball in his hands.
What else do you take to get some, a guy past those three, and maybe Mike, who's been going a little bit, going?
Yeah. I think this game you'll see more than three guys. They have a good secondary, very fast. The corners play off at times. So we've got to get more guys going, and that's on me. I've got to get guys in early. Get them in the flow of the game, because we're going to need the depth as we continue the season. So I'll place all the blame on me. I've got to do a better job of getting guys in early, trusting that they're going to do what they're supposed to do, and keep other guys fresh. Because if JD and Mike and Conavai, they're the only three playing, then they're going to get worn down by the end of the year. So we got to get Chase involved. We got to get McQuitty. We got to get Jerron Woodyard in there and add some more depth to the receiving corps.
Jerron didn't travel to Colorado. Was that health related?
Yeah, it was health. Yeah, he had an injury last week, towards the end of the week, so we felt it was best to rest him and keep him at home and get healthy for this week.
Scott mentioned that with those receivers, that you guys can't really scheme them open. They've obviously have to do some things to help Adrian.
Yeah.
What do you see beyond JD and Wandale that they have to be doing that you've not seen from two?
Yeah, play fast. Play fast, being more consistent, playing fast. I think Mike, shows spurts at times, but then doesn't. So we just got to be more consistent, playing fast. If we play fast, then we'll get to where we need to be, and the quarterbacks will have confidence in us. And so that's the biggest thing. I think the guys understand what we're doing. They understand the game plan going into the games. It's just letting it rip, playing loose, and playing fast. And a lot of it's on me. I got to play other guys and trust that they're going to get the job done. And they've done a good job in practice, and we always preach how you practice, how you're going to play. And so got to get more guys involved, and when they do, they can help this offense go.
Scott Frost described Northern Illinois' defense like a swarm of bees, fire ants.
Yeah.
What challenges does an aggressive slanting defense like that pose, but also what opportunities do they create for big plays?
Yeah, it's both. It's kind of feast or famine. They're going to make some plays in the backfield. We've got to try to eliminate the bad plays, the negative yardage plays, but they play hard, and it's probably a good opponent to play. After a tough loss like we had, you pop on their film, put on their tape, and they catch your eye. They catch your attention. They're flying around. They're going to stack the box, put 7-8 guys in the box, close to the line of scrimmage. They play hard. They came here a couple years ago and beat Nebraska, so we're not taking them lightly. And we've had a great week of preparation, but we've got to understand that type of defense, they're going to make some plays. There are going to be some negative yardage at times, but there are also going to be some big plays if we execute and we're detail-oriented and we play fast. There'll be some big plays as well. So we've got to be dialed in up front. We've got to be dialed into their movements and just play hard and play fast. And if you play hard, all their slanting and everything they do, it'll take care of that if we're playing hard, playing fast.
Is Cade Warner a guy that you're close to getting back, or is he kind of in that mix?
No, he's in the mix. He's close to getting back. He had an injury in fall camp, missed a lot of fall camp. So we're just trying to gradually bring him back and make sure that he doesn't re-injure that part of his body. But he's a guy that when he's healthy and he's full go, he's going to come out there. He'll be out there and he'll be able to help, and like he did last year.
Where are you guys struggling situationally, either at the end of the game or in overtime? It feels like it's not quite clicking. What do you think?
Well, really, it's the second. We played 3 good quarters. First quarter was good. Second quarter, that third quarter was a bad quarter. And so we've got to find ways to come out at a half, come out at a halftime, and do what we did in the first half. First drives of the game, the first 2 games, we've gone down and scored touchdowns. So we've got to be better as coaches, preparing our guys coming out of halftime, coming out of the break, so we can start fast in the second half. Because in that game, if we score one more time and go up 24, it's probably over. But we as an offense, we didn't do what we were supposed to do, kept them in the game, and kept the defense on the field too long, and they made plays. So we've got to be better coming out of halftime.
When you're watching from above, does it look like, or looking at film, does it look like you're close to getting some stuff going run-wise between the tackles, or what? How is that sort of?
Yeah. We had a couple explosive runs. It's one of those things where we've got to be patient, take the 3-4 yard runs, 3-4 yards, and then wear them down with our tempo, with our speed, and then second half, the big run should come about. So, we were good on the perimeter with our outside runs, but we've got to be better inside runs. These guys do a lot of slanting and twisting, so there'll be some opportunities, right? If they get out of their gap, there'll be some opportunities for some big runs. And, in terms of the run, we've got to get the whole run game going, inside, outside, everything. So.
How would you assess your line play in the 2 games right now?
Overall, we've just been average. I think you talk to Coach Austin, talk to the offensive line, they would say they've been just average in terms of just moving guys, creating lanes. The first game, we didn't rush the ball very well. So our standards are high, and we got a great offensive line. They understand that. Coach Austin's a great coach, and those guys understand that they've got to continue to get better. But we have to continue to get better across the board. Receivers have been average. Quarterback's been average. Running back, we've just been average on offense. And we've got to be better, and we practiced that way this week. One of the positives out of the Colorado game, we got better from week 1 to week 2. And so now if we can take the next step this week, then we'll be pleased as a coaching staff.
Are you still looking for a receiver? I mean, I know JD had the long one on Saturday, but a guy that can sort of take the top off a defense or run.
Yeah, we're just looking for guys to make plays, whether it's take the top off, whether it's catch a 5-yard hitch and make a couple guys miss and turn into a 20, 30-yard game. We're just looking for more guys to contribute, to make plays, because teams are going to start doubling JD, and we need other guys to be ready to go. And like I said before, we've had a great week of practice with the other receivers, and I know that if their number's called, they'll be ready to go.
There's been a lot of quick screens to JD or Wandale early in the season. I know Wandale had that little middle screen, but has that been the defense dictating that, just taking that play away, or is that something you guys have moved away from?
Yeah, well, we try to get the ball in those guys' hands, and sometimes with a pressure defense, pressure style, you get the ball out quick. Some of those screens, you can create big plays, and so it's always going to be in our game plan. It's always going to be in our playbook. A lot of times this comes down to execution and line getting out there and blocking who they need to block, the receiver making sure he catches it and knifing back to where the hole is going to be. So we'll continue to have that, because that's a great pressure beater, and teams that want to pressure us, we use that as an outlet.
Miles Jones, is his playing time more product of playing behind JD and Wandale, or is there something more he can do?
No, it's more playing behind those guys, but he's one of the guys that has had a good week of practice and has done some good things throughout fall camp and can provide some more depth, especially Wandale maybe playing some more running back. Miles is a guy that needs to get in there and get his feet wet, so to speak, and he's an explosive playmaker, and so he's one of those guys that should see some time this week.